Hi, my name is Mira Hoffman, and this is video 6 of our 8-part series on the 50 best massage moves for the back. Make sure you favorite it so you can follow along with a partner. So we're picking up where we left off from our last video, and we've already applied a little bit of lotion to the back. I'm going to go ahead and take my thumbs and do some nice circle friction and melting into the erectors. And this move is our 30-second move, so we're almost to the end stretch here. You can see that as I'm working down the back, I'm going really nicely and slowly, almost working directly alongside of the spine. And as I'm taking my thumbs, melting into the erectors, this is kind of an opposite move or a counter move to the strumming up the erectors that we were doing before in the last video. And you can see that I don't have any nail polish on right now, but Corey has some really beautiful nail color. A nice black color with some silver, orangish kind of glitter at the tips. And I wanted to know, because I had had some comments on my past videos, if you think it's distracting for me to wear nail polish during my video shoots, or if you like it. You can see that I also have a little turquoise color on my toenails. So I like to wear colors on my hands, but I'm curious what you think, if you like the nail polish or would prefer it without. I'm just doing a nice little return stroke, coming back up to the top of the shoulders. We're going to do the thumb circles one more time. And this time the focus is really on melting it a little bit deeper. And working very completely, so working the full length of the back. And this next move that I'm going to show you, I'm really excited about. It's one of my favorite moves in the whole sequence, so stay tuned as we continue doing these nice slow circles down the erectors. You can see that I'm melting in with the pad of my thumb. Really working, pulling the erectors away from the spine. Working all the way down to the hips and sacrum. And this move is continuing into our next move, which is some circles on the sacrum. So you're welcome to do these circles simultaneously or alternatingly, like we were doing before. And basically the goal is to just start near where the spine comes in, or the midline, and then make a large circle out to the edge of the sacrum. So starting at the midline and circling out. And then in your sacrum you have these little holes. They're supposed to be there. It's for the nerves to pass through. And these little holes or orifices create little divots that you can melt your thumbs into, and it feels really good to apply pressure on. So Using both thumbs, kind of towards the edge of the sacrum. I'm just applying pressure downward and in. It just feels like a little valley that your thumb naturally wants to go into. So kind of just hold it when you're there. You can work a little bit lower. And if you find that you're working with somebody who's a little bit more modest, you can come up over the sheet. And you're really just feeling for the small little holes. Let your thumbs melt into them. And this is kind of similar to when we were doing just pressure down the sacrum, kind of opening out the low back. But using your thumbs instead of your palms. And we're going to open up this low back area a little bit more by doing some nice figure 8. Movements, so making a nice full circle around the hips and out the opposite hip. So working a little bit into the glutes more here. Just below the hip. And you can change directions. So really making some nice full movements coming down as close to the edge of the table as possible. And really melting in with your palms. And see how when I scoop up, the hip is kind of moving off the table a little bit. And returning back to center. And kind of just opening up the low back again, pressing away and down. I'm going to make a little rocking horse kind of movement. So using your first finger and middle finger, place it on either side of the spine. We're going to gently walk or drag your fingers up towards the head. So this is a nice sensation. Just kind of stepping each hand behind the other, but slowly making upward movement progress. Working nice and slow. Again, the slower that you do these moves, the more relaxing it is. The faster you do these moves, the more invigorating it feels, the more stimulating it is. Coming all the way up the neck. All the way to the base of the spine and skull. You're going to take our effleurage move down one more time. We're going to help try and release the quadratus lumborum, so it's also called the QL. This muscle attaches into the hip and then also into the spine. It kind of makes this quadrant sort of shape. So what I'm doing is I'm actually kind of scooping my fingers in, and then I'm feeling for those areas that feel tense, kind of resisting against me. I'm just leaning my weight back to help apply pressure. So as I'm slowly pulling my fingers towards the spine, kind of pausing in any areas that feel tense. Really taking your time here. Now we're working a little bit more into the erectors because we're closer to the spine. And we can repeat that again, kind of coming up and scooping towards us, working a little bit higher on QL. This feels really nice. We're going to continue that move, kind of pulling towards the spine, and then when you get to the spine, we're going to push away. So curling the fingers towards, scooping up the erectors. See how it kind of strummed over it there. Pushing the fingertips in. Push the erectors outwards to the sides. Scooping towards, pressing out and away. And just continuing that motion up through, working all the way up the top of the spine. The neck. Effleuraging down the spine again. Doing the same thing for the other side. We're going to scoop and really pull the fingers towards us. And when we reach the muscle belly, the area that feels tight, we're going to pause. Continuing to pull the fingers towards the spine. Let and gather up any muscles that feels. And when you reach the spine, pressing with the fingertips out and away, coming to scoop up the erectors now. And we're going to continue this movement of rolling and rocking over the spine and erectors. Working our way all the way up to the top of the neck. If you find an area that's really tight, feel free to stay there. Work that area out a little bit more thoroughly. So working through this shoulder now. Out off the top of the shoulder. At the top of the spine. And give a nice long effleurage down the back to close. Just giving a nice sense of completion and balance. Pulling up off the top of the shoulders into the neck, scooping out towards the occiput. Give some nice little circles at the top of the neck there. So that was move number 37. We still have 13 more to go, so make sure to stay tuned for our next videos. We go over the rest of those 50 moves for the back.